Well, I can't go over and keep doing the tapes and giving background on it. I'm going to pick up here. The title of the videos this morning is If You Explain This to God, and it's got a question mark because every one of these people that have done this have known it was criminal. I don't know what they think about the Ten Commandments. I'm sure most of them believed in God one way or the other, whether it's the God that Christians believe in or another one. What happened, and I have to give some background, is my father, I found out in '83, I was brought over here, kidnapped from Buckingham Palace, brought here and given the name of Peggy Ann Dempsey Childers, married to Childers. Peggy and Carl were twins, and they were born out of wedlock. I was dropped off in a pigsty at Moulton, Alabama. Their mother, Lina Dempsey, killed them. So Portland Air Base was there. It was just being built. In '39, I was born. In '41, I was dropped off. I assume that's an assumption that they dropped me off there brought me in at the airport and dropped me off at Lawrence County. It's a farm, Moulton, Alabama. So if you call it a farm, it's a pigsty. It was hell. I found out about my real name in '83. During the campaign, I was flown out to Larry Flint's. I'd written a book about mind control, and I'm not going to go into all that because that takes up too much time, and I put it on prior tapes, Facebook, YouTube. I've gone to the press. They've known it all along. Rockefellers control them. They're not going to tell it. My uncle, George VI, illegal. This is him, 39, visiting Roosevelt, who appointed Kennedy ambassador to England, and the New World Order kidnapped me. That's the Illuminati, the Freemasons, whatever you want to call them. Elizabeth's part of it, some of the Windsors, and they're Jews, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and Kennedys are, of course, Irish. My mom's Irish. How's that? My father didn't marry Wallace Simpson. He was married. That was all a lie. History's a lie. They say he married Wallace Simpson. That's a double that became the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. My mom's Claudia, and his wife, my father's wife, is Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, Windsor, King Edward VIII's wife, the Queen of England, the Queen Mom, not this. I have a name for him, cold-blooded, but I've got some more for him. You can't say something bad enough about them. So I'm back to my immune disorder, which has been a living hell in itself. I came up here and was shut down in Roanoke, couldn't get a job. I could go to the Appalachian Trail, and that's pretty rough when you have no food, and I didn't have backpacks then. I laugh because it's so hideous. That's what an agent told me. They've made it so ludicrous. Everybody knows you're telling the truth, gives them a chance to help you or walk away. Anyway, back to I couldn't get jobs. You have to have money to live in an apartment or a room or whatever, or to get a tent. I did manage to get a tent, and the Appalachian Trail volunteers, would be sent to spray me. I'm allergic to chemicals. I'm losing it now in the fact that I've made so many tapes and I'm not getting to this. They've used my illness on me. When I say that, the law enforcement have told people to do it, and they do it. Law enforcement gets things on their kids, infractions for driving or drinking or whatever. And in return, people do the things to me because they think they're immune to it. And Carl Barton, I've said that before if you want to go back on the tapes, his wife, his retired state trooper, said, "This is how we run you." Now then, I wanted to, this is where I am now. I was here 2 years ago, and I didn't come back because I wanted to. I hoped things would have been different, and they're not. They're soaking me with chemicals. They demand to come in, and that's why I've just had to go back and get these other drugs here. It ended up not just giving me potent medicine for inflammation due to the chemicals. immune system attacking itself, but it's given me shingles, which the doctor told me is caused from stress and my immune system already being so depleted. I've had to go back today and get medicine because it should have been over and cured. Instead, they demanded to come in, and I had seizures, I guess, the other night from it, and they'll come in again until somebody locks them up and stops this mess. Anyway, I want to say this. Lance Cooperman owns these, and I found out, I Googled him. He not only owns these affordable corporate suites, a bunch of them now, I understand. He has bought out the extended stays, and I don't know how far these go in the state of Virginia or outside, but he's become quite wealthy. Now, I have sit here in this very place 2 years ago when I had to leave, and I was so sick I thought I was dying, and he was sitting there watching it at the desk as I was made to check out. I said, "You're enjoying this, aren't you?" And he thought a minute, and he said, "Yes, I believe I am." And he's Jewish. Now then, the other one I wanted to say is Patel, and he's from India. Now then, back in 95, I'd managed to do a live-in. I used to work for doctors, secretary, bookkeeper, etc. I worked for the district attorney, so my skills were good, but I've had to do live-ins to get something. I don't know. It's also hideous, and quite frankly, at the moment, I forgot what I was going to say. Excuse me. But anyway, I did the live-ins over the years when I could get one. I want to say this, too. If you think this is fun, it's been my life. O.J. Simpson was the mind control murder. Scott Peterson, Sonny Bono. I can go back over the years, and these are done in patterns deliberately by mind control. Now, this is getting away from what they've done to me, but I wanted to inject that before this tape goes out. Now then, State Trooper Carl Barton took me to affordable suites here. There's a bunch of them here. I'm at one now. And this is Jean Croft, the manager. She's saying I moved there August the 9th, August 14th of '09. Always paid my rent on time. She leaves out that they soaked me. Frankie, which is a friend with where I'm at now, Beth, who just soaked me last Wednesday when she cleaned. They demand to come in and clean. There's no out from me option. So they come in. It's equivalent to taking a gun and blowing my head off. That might be a little messy, and people might say something, right? What they've done is with chemicals, and they've gotten away with it, and it's torn my body, all of it apart, liver, you name it. Okay, I came back here. This is owned by Affordable. It's corporate suites. I just showed you. Quality Inn Airport. I stayed there for about 17 months till I was run here. Some new people came in there, the Patels. That's what I was going to say. I'll get back to that. The Patels bought it. And if you want to look up what they own, it's under Maverick Corporation, Roanoke. That's part of it. But the Patels, when I did the live-in November of '95, I had enough money I'd saved till I got a place to live and budget in. I told them, as if they didn't know, I was allergic to chemicals. This is winter here in Roanoke. They demanded to come in after I'd been living there only a few days, paid for a month. They're going to paint, etc., etc. I called the cops. Who else do you call? Cop came out and said he was going to arrest me. I had to leave. I said, "Do I get part of my rent back?" "No, you have to leave." Okay, he pretends, well, I guess he would arrest me. He said, "We've done it before." That was when I lived in the forest because I had nowhere to live. He said, "We'll do it. We've done it before." So they've run me with fear because, they will do it. And when he left, the Patel said to me that owned the Budget Inn, that's a whole family of them, but there's one, Sonny Patel, I believe is one of them's name. It's so rich in there's more I could tell about what they've done to me, but it takes too much time. Here's what I wanted to say. This Patel said,